welcome back to the third segment here of our 2011 NFL mock draft final round, picks 21 through 32. Once again, from 4thKiTV, Big Pimpin, and Big Boss Bobby. I'm going to jump right on into it and go with Kansas City. I'm going to go on ahead and say that they're going to take Akeem Ayers here. Fast outside linebacker, like you said earlier, runs a sub 4.5. Never can have enough speed. Kansas City, trying to build that defense up last couple years.
I'm going with offensive tackle, Nate Solder from Colorado.
Nate, I'm a soldier. Yeah, no, that could be a possible good pick there. They need to beef up their line there too. That could be a good one. Let's move right on into Indy then. Next pick, 22, Indianapolis. I'll tell you what, there goes Nate Solder for me. They need an offensive tackle. They need some young depth at line. And Nate Solder can go there and groom right tackle or left tackle, eventually be Peyton Manning's blind side.
I'm going with big beef there. Gabe Karimi from Wisconsin, 6'7", 314.
Possible good pick.
I think that will help out Peyton
Both
Manning.
agree. Peyton Manning needs line.
Absolutely.
Okay, we have an agreement there. Let's move on to Philly at 23 here. Well, that's where I'm going to go with Gabe Carmini. I have him marked down on my list to go to Philly. Gabe Carmini after Solder. Possible project there. Played left tackle for 4 years at Wisconsin. Got beat up a little bit by Adrian Claiborne, defensive end, so he dropped a little bit in this draft, in my opinion. But you can't offensive tackles in the first round. You can develop them, and they can do it. Philly can do it. They got the line too.
This is a real tough pick for me. I'm going to go with Claiborne from Iowa, defensive end.
There you go. Carmini versus Claiborne.
I just really like his motor and his speed and explosiveness.
He's a good pick there too, and especially if they're going to use Brandon Graham at outside linebacker, he could be a good pick there. But I'm going to go on ahead and say they're going to take the tackle because he's still there. Let's move on to 24 in New Orleans. I'm going to go on ahead and say that here's the defensive tackle from Illinois, Corey Legua. And I believe he's a big body. They need some defensive tackles there. They've been desperately trying to build their defense, being that their offense is potent. Big, beefy, 300-pound-plus guy there. Defense, New Orleans.
I agree they need defense, but I'm going with your boy that you picked for the Lions, Jimmy Smith. Colorado also.
Good pick there. Could defense either way. Defense.
Why not take a chance with him at 24?
Great big round. Body, 4.4 speed, 6 foot, 6'1", huge for a corner. I agree with you. Okay, I mean that could be a good pick there. Well, let's move on to Seattle at 25. Here's my sleeper pick of the draft. Matt Hasselbeck is old. They realized that Charlie Whitehurst was not worth the second round pick, and I'm going to go on ahead and say Ryan Mallett. Possible steal of this draft, big body. I'm going to go with Ryan Mallett. It's the gamble there for Seattle. It's late in the draft.
Wow.
I think.
Talk about character issues.
He's got them, but he's got 6'7", and he's got the best arm.
I'm also going quarterback, and he's got a good arm too. Maybe not as strong as Mallett, but Jake Locker. He's got a chance to be good.
So we're in agreement that Matt Hasselbeck is too old and that they've decided that Whitehurst isn't the answer there.
Yeah, he should have been gone a few years ago.
Yeah, Okay.
Who knows what Holmgren's doing there?
So, yeah, we agree. Yes, and he likes quarterbacks. We do know that. So then we'll move on to 26 at Baltimore, and I think that this is another sleeper pick in the draft here for me. Derek Mason's old. I'm going on. They got Anquan Bolden, but I'm going to go on ahead and take Torrey Smith, wide receiver out of Maryland. Best available receiver in the draft at this point. Ran well at the combine. Good career, and they need offense. They need to do something with Joe Flacco.
I'm gonna go with outside linebacker here. I think those guys are getting old back there. Ray Lewis especially, and Brooks Reed from Arizona.
Brooks Reed, sleeper pick. Once again, you're late in the draft, and these teams have playoff teams. I mean, they have enough depth. I mean, this is just a depth pick for them, so that could be getting younger. Yep. Torrey Smith for you, youth of wide receiver, or for me, you take the linebacker at youth. Okay. Okay. Let's move on to Atlanta at 27. I got them taking a defensive tackle / defensive end. They need some defense too. Their offense seems to be okay. I got them taking Cam Hayward out of Ohio State. Big body. Was supposed to grade out higher in the combine and in the draft. Dropped down the draft boards for a while here. Atlanta's happy to get this guy at 27, in my opinion.
Not bad. I like it too, but I'm going to go with tight end. He's got tons of potential. Kyle Rudolph before he got hurt last year.
To go with Tony Gonzo, huh?
Yeah,
Could be a
Gonzalez
steal
is
there.
getting old too.
Double tight ends too. Yeah,
And Tony Gonzalez, he'll groom him to be a
Another
very
weapon.
good tight end in the future.
Another weapon for Matt Ryan. You can't go wrong there. Here, once again, we move on to New England at 28 for their second first-round pick. The only team with 2 first-round picks. I'm going to go on ahead and say the rich get richer once again. And I had him taking Pouncey earlier. And now I have him taking an offensive tackle and Derek Sherrod, left tackle out of Mississippi State. It's a steal of the draft for them at this point. New England walks away in the first round with a revamped offensive line. They can try to run the ball better. I think it's a great pick for them at this point. It's just a steal at this point.
I couldn't agree with you more there. That's a great pick.
Derek Sherrod?
I'll stick with that.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the rich get richer.
We
Okay.
actually agreed on something.
We agree on one. Okay, we move on to Chicago at 29. The overachiever Chicago Bears. I got them taking a defensive tackle here. They might be losing Tommy Harris here, so I got them taking Marvin Austin out of North Carolina. This guy didn't even really play last year because of his college career problem here. And but you know what? This guy, if he played the whole year, could have possibly moved on up into the top 10, top 15-ish. But for Chicago at 29, you can't be taking this guy. Marvin Austin. Who do you like?
I'm going to go with a defensive tackle also, and it's Phil Taylor from Baylor.
Phil Taylor, big body, real big body, nose tackle, 330 pounds. Okay, defensive tackle for the Bears. Let's move on to the New York Jets at 30. They had some pass rushing problems there. You know, their sack total didn't pan out. Jason Taylor didn't get a bunch. I think they need a defensive end. I think that I got them taking Adrian Claiborne from Iowa. Steal at this point for them. They're happy to get him. He was high up on the draft boards earlier in the year, and for them to fall to them at 30, they're happy. Adrian Claiborne, that defense desperately needs somebody who can rush the passer.
I'm also going with a defensive end there, and it's Jabal Sheard from Pittsburgh.
Okay, another big defensive end. Okay.
Again, he didn't get to play that much last year, but
both in agreement that the New York Jets are definitely need some defensive end help there. Maybe they can
a few more sacks.
Maybe they can get to the Super Bowl if they get some pressure on the quarterbacks. Okay, then we move on to Pitt, Super Bowl runner-up, Pittsburgh Steelers. I got them taking Muhammad Wilkerson, defensive tackle out of Temple. Big body there. They can go anywhere with this pick. They're loaded on defense, but they're going to take the big body. He's still there. It's a great pick for them at this point. Young youth at defensive tackle. The rich get richer there too, not defense.
That's a very good pick if he's still there, but I don't believe he's going to be there. I'm going with an offensive tackle. I'm going with Marcus Cannon from Texas Christian.
Big body, 6'7", 6'8".
And we know that Roethlisberger was under pressure last year sometimes, so they definitely need some help there.
Yeah, he made a lot of plays on the run. They could go that route, but Muhammad Wilkerson, both of them are big bodies. D-line, O-line, that's what Pittsburgh does. That's how they beat you, and they always beat you in the trenches on both sides of the ball. Finally, to close out the 2011 mock draft, Green Bay Packers, Super Bowl champs. I got a sleeper pick here. I got him taking Mike LaShore out of Illinois, running back. Ryan Grant got hurt. Mike LaShore runs big body, over 200 pounds. I believe he's 6 foot, 6'1" maybe. And he has all the tools in the world. He can catch the ball. You can't bank on Ryan Grant's injuries.
We know about Mike LaShore.
Yeah, tore up Michigan.
From Michigan.
Yeah.
Taking care of business the last 2 years.
Yeah, Mike LaShore, 8 Michigan.
I'm also going with running back too, and if he's still there, it's a steal.
Mark Ingram. Of course. I got Mark Ingram going then, but Mike LaShore here's a steal. If they get either or, we both are in agreement that Ryan Grant just cannot hold up, and that they need a running back to chew up 4 or 5 yards of carry. Okay, that completes our 2011 mock draft. This is Big Pimpin and Big Boss Bobby coming at you from 4th Key Sports TV. We'll see you next time for another show. Peace.